Good evening. Welcome to WMS Online Radio. This is your Ebony Queen Neeuq coming at you. I will be, you'll be under the sound of my voice every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube. Make sure you're here every Monday night to get this juicy noise. Tonight we'll have a special guest with a little bit about me. Make sure you're following me on Open Wide Radio Show on Facebook and Instagram. Check out my website, oneanddone.programs.org. Make sure you are getting some of the services that we offer, the BLS, the first aid. Make sure you're checking out my new book, Led for Those Who Suffer Among Us. That'll be out and popping, so we'll have that going on. Just make sure you're just really following us, seeing what we're talking about. Tonight we have a very special guest. We're going to be talking about some relationship things. We're going to talk about something. Maybe you need to come, single, couples, anybody who want to talk about something great. So I'm going to introduce my guest tonight, Miss Monica. Yes.
What up?
Yes. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us how we can follow you.
Absolutely. My name is Neeuq. I am a licensed minister. You can find me on social platforms. On Facebook, you can find me. My name is Neeuq, MONIKAWILLIS. Also on my social media page that I'm using as the platform for what I'm doing is called Moments with Mo. It's where we actually just have the content for motivation and inspiration. And so for Instagram, it's the same. It's Monica L. Willis on Instagram. And so those are basically the platforms that we have available at this time for that.
She's shy, y'all.
I am. But I'm excited to be here. So, yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. For the summit, you can actually register for the summit. I have a website called momentswithmo.org. And that's where you actually can register for the summit that we're about to talk about.
All right, so speaking of that summit, y'all, listen, you might not want to miss this. So when is your summit?
It's May the 11th.
May the 11th.
England. Yes, May the 11th at the 10 Year Springs HOA, England, Maryland. All the information is on momentswithmo.org. The registration fee is $20. And it was something that I was prompted to do because I think that there's a lot of things that we don't address. So
a lot of things like what?
As far as relationships, as far as hi, how are you?
So Aisha has finally graced us, y'all.
Hey Aisha.
Hey y'all, Wesley. Right. He keeps checking us out because he knew,
girl power.
Exactly. Good.
So it's basically something that it was just on my heart to do that I don't think that we talk about it, but we talk around it. And in the aspect of we have the platform is put together as a summit that I have 5 people that I've connected with and they all have different topics. I have a young lady here by the name of Cheryl Smith. She's speaking from the topic of what's your status? Because Cheryl has been single, been married for years, had, married with children, and then actually transitioned to then now she's divorced and single again. So what is that like? I think that that's something that's not talked about or addressed, right? To actually have somebody say how they got through what they're going through. And so in that space, we wanted to highlight it. We wanted to create something for people to have an outlet. So then I'm doing this thing called the Me Too movement. Because a lot of times we don't want to say Me Too, right. Because it's like, oh, she going to do that, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm going through. But I think that it's important to say Me Too, even in being a minister, right. Because I have Me Too moments, and so I'm not one of those ministers that don't tell the truth. You understand? It is what it is. How I feel, whatever. I'll hide. You understand what I'm saying? I think the truth do set you free, because then I don't have to live a lie.
Okay. So how will your summit accommodate those who are in relationships or that are married?
Well, I actually have perspectives from some individuals that are married. I have a gentleman by the name of Kevin Jones. He actually has a degree in that space, and also
A degree in marriage?
he has a degree in psychology.
Okay.
Right. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let me get me a degree.
So yeah. So are you married?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So he actually his topic in the summer. Look, I gotta think that because she got real shit. She hit me next. So his topic is the roller coasters of relationships. So he's been married for like 20 something years. And so, he's going to talk about the ups and downs and right, we call it the roller coaster. And so we have him, and then we also have a young lady that has been married and then divorced. That's on the summit as well. So we have different variations of different people. The other young lady that I was just speaking of, her name is Marika Snowden. She's speaking from the aspect of her topic is naked and ashamed. And the reason why she's speaking from that platform is because being a licensed minister, and then she got pregnant and she wasn't married. And so what it was like to still go to church. Because I think a lot of times people stop going to church because they're ashamed. But then we all need to be there.
Right.
Everybody got some dirt.
So I was talking to the person who doesn't really want to talk unless he's directly spoken to. So Minister Monica has a friend, her manager in the building, his name is Ulysses. He's trying to duck out on the conversation. However,
in the building.
So Ulysses and I were talking offline about people who assume that people are supposed to act a certain way because of their position. And a lot of times we forget that humans are humans before they become ministers, before they become police officers. So we need to stop negating that there is a human factor.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. I agree. That's actually been a place that I struggled in, and the reason why I say I struggled is because I come from the streets. And then one day I was just like, it had to be something better than this, and it was. And
so what do you mean come from the streets?
What I say about coming from the streets is that's where I was raised in the hood. Like, that's where I lived. That's where I slept. That's where I ate. That's where I did my thing. And one day I really wanted more than just smoking, drinking, having sex. Like that couldn't be it. And God showed me that wasn't it. And so me being a minister wasn't something I wanted to do. I just wanted to live right and be saved. It was not a mission to say, yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to be a minister. I'm going to do all of these things. That was not my purpose. All I wanted to do was know God. I didn't have an agenda. I didn't have a motive. It was none of those things. And it evolved. And now I'm Minister Neeuq. And I ain't signed up for it. So it signed me up, right? But the way that it happened was because as I grew closer to God, I felt the necessity out of understanding to have that connection in life to help you get through life. And I wanted to tell everybody. And so that's who I was. I'm like, oh my God, everybody knows. And so that's what happened because and it wasn't because of what somebody preached to me. Honestly, it wasn't because of what I read. It was because of what I went through and experienced in my own time.
Okay. So, as a person who does not subscribe to any religion, can I come to your sermon?
Yes.
So, are you going to be? Is it like religious based? Is everything going to be surrounded around spirituality and that kind of thing?
I can't say everything, but that's who I am as a person. Like, I'm a minister of the Bible, so. I wouldn't say if you don't have any religious background or whatever your religious background is, you are welcome. Because at the end of the day, my best friend is a Muslim. My grandmother, she is a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not biased because at the end of the day, I really don't think there's one way for everybody. I don't. Now, whatever you accept is works for you, then by all means, because I can't tell you that it's wrong. I can tell you what's right for me.
Right. See, on this show, we talk about a lot of things in relationships, but we can turn all the way up.
Yes, I understand.
They're going to be very
We gonna be turned up, you.
The conversation.
So, I mean, cause like you said, before we was ministers, we were human. Right. As far as and still being a human after the fact. So it's not like do I think that a relationship with God is important? Absolutely. Whatever. Well, now how you get that, I don't know. I know it helped me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's nice.
All right. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, go out and buy those tickets. How much are they?
$20.
Where can they get them from?
Momentswithmo.org.
All right. So let's talk about young Monica.
Okay.
So you grew up in the hood. And what was it like? Like, tell us about you. Like, how did you get to the point where you were becoming a minister?
I grew up in a place called Fort Ward. That's where I was born, more so raised for a couple of years in the city of Annapolis.
Okay.
And what we were talking offline about where they were Kunta on the slave ship, like that's where I'm from.
Right.
Right up the block, like literally. And so, it was that same feeling of, people outside partying, smoking, that's what life was like. That's what it looked like. You knew your mom went to work, you knew she'd come home, but my mother wasn't a street person at all. And I didn't even have to necessarily be raised in the streets, but it was fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because after I was probably, by the time I was in the 8th grade, my mom made sure that we never lived in the hood together. Like, never. But that didn't stop me from going.
Right.
Because that's what I was used to. Because up until that, that's where we lived. And so I always went back. Because that's what I needed. Right? Yeah. Right. So it was fun. You know what I'm saying? You go outside and play, Right. And so, that came with a lot of different things. You smoking, you drinking, you partying, that's what life was like.
Right.
But in the midst of it, still, for some reason, in the back of my mind, success was always important to me. So even though I was into that, like when I graduated from high school, people thought that because of my lifestyle, they said I wouldn't graduate from high school, but I thank God because I graduated with 10 awards and 2 trophies. You understand what I'm saying? And a savings bond when I was nominated for class leader, scholastic achievement, mathematics and fine, top 5 student 3 years in a row. So I could have actually went to Spelman or Savannah State, but I changed my mind because I figured that if I didn't like school when it was free, why would I go when I had to pay for it?
Right.
Like, why would I pay for it?
School is definitely not for everybody.
No, and I'm glad because I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I'm self-sufficient. I realized that having a job, tell me what, like, I worked for Sam's Club for a week. I worked for John for 2 days. And I remember that being at the register at Sam's Club, right, Aisha, like, I'm at the register and I have to flick a light to say when I want to use the restroom. Right. And so I'm like, I'm too old to be asking somebody to go to the restroom. Like, no, I can't do that. And so I never had that tell me when I come to work. I remember I had this one job, this one company. I was there for like maybe a month. And I would catch a cab to work, right? And so, you're going to be late as a cab. Plus, you're young, so you're going to be late, right? And so they called me in the office and they said, Miss Willis, if you're late one more time, we got to fire you. I said, you can fire me right now because I know what to do. And I never worked there again. And that was it. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
All right. So what have you accomplished with your entrepreneurial track?
So I went to school to be an electrician. Okay. So I did that for a while. Smart. I did street lighting and traffic lighting. If I had to choose though, I would have did engineering because it's broader. Because I could have still been an electrician and still been an engineer. Because it's all ingenuity, it's all tied in there some kind of way. I'm a genius.
Smart. That's what I said. Smart. Definitely couldn't do that.
She said science.
Yeah, mathematically inclined.
They funny. You go, girl. You go, girl. Right. But no, like I loved it. But it was being outside in street lighting and traffic lighting, so it's cold. And so it wasn't for me. When I was on top of the building, it's like 20 stories, the wind blowing, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired, wires down, and I'm looking over at the person that's making like $150 a day. Now I make good money because you get paid on the sliding scale. So depending on the job, I was like, this is not for me. Because I'm looking at the person doing nothing maybe more than me. Right. So it kind of
I mean, as long as you know your ministry. I mean, I know there's a lot of things that I can't do, or but I embrace that and keep on going.
Right.
So what other skills, talents, and abilities have you been able to?
Well, after that, I kind of just stepped into doing hair.
Okay.
And I went to school.
So Minister Monica, the hairdresser. Okay.
Also known as Low the French style.
Oh, Mo, the praying stylist, y'all. They're trying to wonder, they're wondering the same thing I am. So where's the hood in Annapolis? I don't know, y'all. I know out there.
I was like, what's that?
Exactly. I've never seen it, been out there 100 times, but when I go to court, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I try to explain to a where it's hard way to court. That's all she got to do is make one left and another left.
It is hidden.
And she's right there.
It is hidden.
But yes, all of those places in Annapolis are hidden, even to the degree that they built really nice townhomes in the front. So then you won't see it unless you went in to the community. Like literally.
So they purposely make people's property down low. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Motor praying style.
Motor praying style. Yeah, so that's the thing that I kind of sunk myself into. And because I did hair without a license in salon. Because it was I've been doing hair since I was in the 7th grade. So all of that time in between everything else, I did hair. I used to be on the block with my book bag, with my hair stuff. I did it. Like, you be like, girl, I'm calling you so I can get my hair. I'm like, I can do it now. Oh, right. Yeah. I was with it. She was bold. I was with it. That was who I was. Like, I want my own money. Right. I don't think that waiting, like to know that I gotta wait a week or 2 weeks to get my money, I'm so used to today. Even being in the streets, you want your money today. You know what? I'm gonna step into your realm for a little bit. Sure. I think I got trapped in a 9 to 5 because I never jumped out on faith. Exactly. Is that how it goes? Yes. Right. Never step out on faith. I just could never gather up the guts to do it. Okay. Right? But I'm like you. So in my office, and I shouldn't even be saying this because I'm waiting for approval, but in my office, I said, well, why not start a store? We had this one phony little vending machine, no drink machine. Why can't I just start a store in my office and sell 10,000 items so I can pay for my last semester for this PhD? Girl, why not? Exactly. So I started. You know why not. Exactly. Exactly. But I'm waiting, so I'm hoping, they don't be hating on me, and they let me get what I want to get or whatever. But, and that's, and people laugh at all the things that I had my hands in and all of these different streams of getting money and stuff like that. I really don't think I'm built for this 9 to 5, but they keep calling me in the office. I was just in the office today, y'all. I believe you. I'm sorry. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just in the office today. And it's just like, because I don't want you to think you can treat me like anything. That's right. And a lot of times with corporations and stuff like that, all of these rules and other things that you have to go by, they take away and steal your individuality. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I only had 5 years to go. I will be retiring. I'll only be 43 years old. But I'll figure out what I'm going to have to do after that. Because I'm not doing one day after August the 4th. As a matter of fact, August the 4th of 2023, I'm going to be saving up my time. So I probably get to take off 6 months before my date comes. Sound like a plan to me? So, and I'm just really happy that you were able to recognize that early, right, before you got put in a situation like me, and you have to, shut up, Latish, you talking about scared stuff. and you get stuck in situations like me. And I know a lot of people, when they come through, they're like, oh, we use this as a stepping stone. And I was saying the same thing, but then I got the 5 years. Then I got the 10 years, 14 and a half years. It ain't even no need to leave. Right. Finish these 5 years. Exactly. Finish these 5 years and you can get out of here. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you were able to recognize that way early on. You didn't waste your time. Yeah, I think that when I go to the high schools and I talk to the kids, and any time I get to talk to the children, most times I'll ask them, what would you do every day when you wake up, even if you didn't get paid for it? I asked that, and I will. So some say, some tell me what they would do, some don't know. And I will tell anybody, think about that. Because oftentimes what we do is we chase, like we'll become a doctor because they make money. Or we'll search out a certain career path, look it up to see how much they make. And then that's how we gauge how much we want to make. Well, I'm going to be this because then, but then you doing it for the money, not because you like it. Right. So that reminds me when we go to the doctor and he walking and he mad, like you don't do nothing to him and he got an attitude.
Right.
But that's not right.
Trash.
Bad, right? Mm-hmm. So what happens though, I really believe that he wanted to be something else. Like there could have been a point where he wanted to be a rock star. He wanted to play the guitar, but his mother told him no, he had to go to college and get a degree like his father, and his father was small, and his father was small. And so he followed in these footsteps. Or a parent that make you go to college because you need to do this because they didn't, so they try to live through you. Right. And so I think that in that sense of knowing this, I asked them what would they do every day, even if they didn't get paid for it, because I do believe this with everything in me. When you chase purpose, money get jealous and chase you. Yeah. Amen. I promise you. And to have went through the steps and the measures to become like, when I went to hair school, I lost my house, my car, and my baby. Wow. The same year. Like that, my house, my car, my baby. And it only take a year to get through hair school. But all I knew when I was laying there recovering after I lost the baby, I didn't even know I was pregnant with until I almost died because it was in my tube. Right? Mm-hmm. And I'm laying there like, well, how long is this going to take before I get back to school? It wasn't until years later, like probably about 3 or 4 years ago, that I realized that I never properly mourned the loss of my child. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was so focused on what I knew to do because I had a dream. It was real for me. Every time I closed my eyes, I could see it. So that's my dream. You know what I'm saying? And so there was nothing that could stop me from it. You know? And so I got my license and I started doing my thing. That's what's up. So everybody who's listening, we are talking to Minister Neeuq. She has a summit that's coming up for singles, couples, and anybody who wants to talk all things relationships. On another note, make sure you go get those Kiki Wyatt tickets, y'all. She is going to be here April the 6th. Get those tickets. She'll be here. VIP tickets, regular tickets. Make sure you're there. WMSK will be having a show. Make sure you're there. All right. So, next one. Yes. Summit. Yes. What's the date? May 11th. What time is it? From 6 to 9. 6 to 9. England, Bernie. Yes. All right. So get your tickets. It's going to be interesting. I even had, matter of fact, just to chime in about that, I actually have another person on the panel, on the summit, a part of the panel, that she's 31 years old and she's a virgin. Oh my God. But not even just a virgin, she's never dated. What? Yes. Huh? Right. And so one of the reasons why I wanted her to be a part of the summit is because we live in such a society where children are pressured into picking something. You have to be something. You have to you gotta go. It's on your birthday. This summer is on her birthday. Yes, come and then go. Yes. Yeah, we know you gonna tell them later, go ahead. That's fine. Come first and then go. So come through. I promise you it'll be a blessing. Right. I promise you. What I love is the diversification of the panel. Right. It's not strictly based upon this type of relationships or this. Because even no matter if you're divorced, single, widowed, married, you are still single. Right. Because you still have to live your life. Regardless that you, when you're married, you're trying to intertwine it. Right. But you still have your own individuality. Exactly. So this summit speaks to the person. I'm glad you said that because a lot of times marriage means losing yourself. Yeah. Not only that, a lot of people don't even love themselves, get into these relationships and marriages and all that kind of stuff. You're really not loving the other person, right? And then the marriage rate is 55%. Something crazy. But listen, y'all, Jezebel herself might go. So Jezebel. Well, come through, Jezebel. Look. Jezebel herself might come. Yes, come through. But no, I think you should come. I think it'll be great because at the end of every single day, you gotta be true to who you are and why you're in it.
Exactly.
Outside of all, and then when we connect in these relationships, I really do believe like my part of the summit, I'm talking about breaking the mold.
Okay.
And what I mean by breaking the mold is like, because you're a mother, your sister, or a father, all of these things that and these expectations of what people want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so you try to live in these parameters. I gotta be their mother, I gotta be their aunt, I gotta be their cousin, I gotta be this, I gotta be that, you know. And so we're living in these parameters of what people expect of us. And so they have these expectations that
Talk about that all the time.
we would never be able to live up to the expectations of people because we're always going to fail. Because there's this thing that we think we need balance, it don't exist. Like, how do you balance it? There'll always be something in your life that needs your attention more than the other thing. So it's like trying to fit into a mold of what people want you to be versus you just being comfortable and being free to be who you are.
Yeah. And like I said, we talk about relationships here a lot. And we're actually going to have a live show coming up where we'll have an audience and everything. So we'll do what we're doing now, but out in the community where other people can chime in and stuff like that. So we're going to have that soon. It's probably going to be in the summer sometime. We were supposed to have it, but things fell through. So we're going to have it sometime in the summer. But I think that oftentimes we fail to properly communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And we stay stuck in these relationships or we get put into relationships and all of these other things. And we can't meet the expectations because we never properly communicated.
Right, okay.
What I can and can't do.
What I will not do.
What I will not do. What you won't force me to do. Because we talk all the time, men take sex as a form of exclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
They are not willing to date because if you're sharing your sex with them, they don't want you to share your sex with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of force people into relationships. So
come on,
Ulysses.
Come on. I look at him. He got like this. I'm gonna say Aisha.
Exactly. We can argue. I'm ready. I'm on point. Girl power.
Look, Murray. Look on my line. Murray says so true. So she with it too. So what?
Yes. Come on, Ulysses. Prove me wrong.
Those called situationships in the first part.
I agree, but in the situationship,
I wouldn't say that, man. I mean, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna say this. Look, if you gonna
get it together,
if you gonna give me the milk, and I ain't gotta buy the cow, then I might be all right with that because I mean you giving me the milk. Why do I need the cow?
That is true. Unfortunately, though, most men are so selfish that they want all of the milk to themselves. So should you try to share it, they feel offended. They feel like they're not enough. They feel like you shouldn't share. Come on, Each. Come on.
I mean, listen. First of all,
you don't want me.
Well, I can go. I'm gonna put it this way. We can, it starts off as how we are socially raised. So for a man, and one of the things I always tell a lot of young boys is, listen, you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you teach boys to go out and store your royal clothes, go mess around, go do this and go that, and you teach girls to keep their legs closed until you put a ring on it. See that right there already, from the time that you start talking to boys to the time you become an adult, you're already confused what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So now when you talk about a man, he says, well, he did that. Yeah, he did that because we thought that your mother told you to keep your legs closed and you giving me this. So that's where the confusion comes to, because this is what we thought. This is how we socialize. We're thinking, oh yeah, she's sleeping with me. And so now it's mine, but I can go in here and go over here because that's going to be mine too, because they told me as a boy that I can do this. I can have it all. I can go here and grab everything off the shelf as mine, but they told her she's supposed to have one. She got this. She don't have to worry about 10 or pop if she has one. She gets just one. And so that's where the confusion comes from. So as young men,
but then when you grow up and you know better, then
you do better. You're supposed to do better.
Okay.
But now I guess they so engulfed in that now they in it.
It's all depends on the
Mr.
man.
Monica, this girl power in here. You don't buy into what the Reese's is saying because we all know better than that.
Right, but hey,
Go
but that's what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
But that's where we come. That's where our mind frame comes from. That's what we learn. That's what we taught. That's how we act. That we act on physically, emotionally. Like you meet a young man, you tell him that if you see a man you act so crazy. We be so mad at the world, but we don't say nothing. We might go out with our partners and drink a little bit. We might come home and be mad, like, why are you still here? You be like, what you mean? I live here. You be like, what you mad about? Hey man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We silently mad. But internally,
because that's how you were taught to hold your feelings to yourself. Right. Don't show it. Yes.
And so as you grow, as you grow and you become older, and then I learned my manhood from another man. Mm-hmm. So as I got older, I'm saying, okay, well, I'm gonna teach my younger brother how to be a better man than I was. Mm-hmm. So that's where we at now.
And that's another major thing that's missing because a lot of men aren't learning from other men, so they don't have good examples of men.
Right.
So
like the real man.
Right.
Well, what is a real man? Our real man is not here tonight. Because
the real black man.
Oh, yes.
The real black man. But with the morals, one of the things that like it's funny he said that about as far as how we're raised. Because as I thought about the summit and everything in regards to relationships, I saw that when we were kids, females, we were taught to play house. So you play with dolls, you play house, you learn how to cook, and guys outside playing games.
Hold up, because when I was playing house, the boys was playing with me.
Where I'm from, they
I don't know what kind of house you was playing, doctor. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We was playing house too. You was playing house too.
Don't try to leave out there all by myself.
I was outside with the guys too. You was playing out in the streets too. Yeah.
Definitely. Then you go outside, play hide and go free. Yeah.
So what is it? 7-Eleven? What is it?
Yes, all of that.
Yes, that's it. Right. But the dynamics of what we're taught though. It's like we're taught in regards to taking care of the home and looking and having a relationship. And when you think about a young man, they're more so they playing football, they playing sports, they play video games, all of those things. And so then in our minds, like as a female, I'll say for me, so because I know you and Aisha, y'all was with the people, so y'all was with the boys playing the game, so I get it. But what I've seen across the board, man, as far as that dynamic that females like it's like we train automatically to want a husband, want a boyfriend, who you dating, as you go through high school and all of that. And so, but the guys, they still playing football, playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference because we are looking for it, not necessarily them looking for us. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So
they're definitely looking.
We
don't
looking.
get them all
there.
Right.
Choose from.
We looking.
Us that don't have a lot to choose from.
We looking. We just trying to pick our. We just trying to have it all.
You heard that?
We're taught.
Exactly.
We're taught,
here we go. Here's the truth. Go ahead.
We're taught that if you ain't got 10, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You listen to little boys. You listen to little boys talk 10. Come on, man.
They said I got 3 girlfriends.
Right, exactly. And everybody around the table, like, mama, grandma, everybody there. Oh, you got 3. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, you doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Another girl said she got 3 boyfriends. They looking at her like Catalina.
Right, and especially when she needs about 10 to make up that one man.
Oh, right.
Step the game up.
I love.
You need about 10.
So she needs 1.
So how come what is that? Well, how come a guy can have 10 girlfriends, but a girl can only have 1? Why is it frowned upon that if a female has 1 boyfriend or decides that they want 3, but I don't go with none of y'all. I'm not in a relationship with none of y'all because at this point I know you're not in a relationship with me. So then you want to go out and do your thing with her, and her, but I can't do him. What is that?
Oh,
Like, I don't
so
get that.
do you want me to do a historical thing about it, or do you want? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go with a social reason about it.
Okay.
This is why it's like that.
Okay.
Is one, because our world is built on misogyny and misogynist mindset, chasing the white man's dream and all that extra stuff that goes with it. So we're built off of that idealization. We're also built off the simple fact that, well, men are hunters. So we go back to a tribe and say, well, the men go out there, go hunt, go get that. And you come back, the strongest man, which is called alpha male, decides that, oh, well, I get to pick of the cream of the crop, and I want you to sow my oats. So if my wife right here can give me a boy, I'm gonna go to this woman to give me a boy. I'm gonna go to give me a boy. So then we fast forward all the way to now. They say, well, it's that because we have taught our boys every time from the time they come out to the womb, the time they become adults, said, hey, you need to get as many women as you want. Sow your wild oats. Get it out of you. You know what I'm saying? Be the man. Because because you really look at it from television to news to anything, you say, oh, he's a man because he has all these women chasing him, and we teach that. We literally teach that from the time that they're come out the womb to the time they're adults. And then once you're adult and you socialize with other men, you get to a point where like, man, you only mess with one girl, dog. Shoot, I got a shawty over here. I got girls in different area codes, homie. You messing with one? You not selling your wild oats. You out here just trying to be faithful. You doing the wrong
So after you have abused your body with all of these different women, you expect me to come along and just accept that.
Yeah, you supposed to help me grow. You're supposed to not help me grow, but you're supposed to be the one to sow that. It's like, okay, yeah, I got me a good one. You might have ran over 10 of good ones, but you're supposed to be able to, that the one's supposed to be like, oh, I'm gonna stick to you through thick and thin until I realize that you are the alpha male, the male, whatever they want to call it. It's I'm telling you, it's confusing until yeah, because that's the way that's the way
So for the next summit, let's talk about that.
We can talk about that after something. Look, coming to you live, WMS Neeuq, gonna be at the summit.
Yes.
Talking about that topic right there. Why is there so much misogynist males in the world where it's to the degree that they have 10 girlfriends and we can only have one of them and that dynamic. So she's gonna come and talk about that. Welcome to the summit.
Yes. Welcome. Jezebel herself. I'm gonna be in there.
Well, Jezebel herself is coming.
Yes, we need to talk about the double standard.
Yeah,
again, when I talk about that communication, men's expectations are one thing, women are expecting something else, and then we have a divide within the community because nobody can really find what they think they're looking for.
Exactly.
So you have all of these single people, and then there are 1,000 reasons why. Oh, I'm single because black women are this, and black women are angry, and black women are that. Because it's 7 women to every 1 man. I don't even know the statistics, but I know it's something ridiculous. Probably way more than that at this point.
I think it's about 10. Yeah.
10 women to 1 man. I mean, so it's slim pickings out there. I would hate to have to be single right now today because I'm sorry. You will be calling me Tatiana, Tatisha, Cordisha, and everything else. Because I think that a lot of times we lose ourselves, and a lot of times people don't even have self-love.
Right.
So learning that, I mean, you probably would think that you can, Ms. Young said, I'm going to cut up terrible. She's probably not lying. She is probably not lying. So, just, self-love and just really embracing who you are. I mean,
I think that's why we got
slim pickings.
I think that's why we got an issue as a whole in the community, in marriage and relationships, and we even take it outside of the spectrum of just the opposite sex, just in relationships, period. Because you don't know you. Right. And you don't take the time to know you. Because everything is derived off who I'm gonna be with. Versus taking the time to actually to get to know who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And so then you in this relationship with somebody and you have an expectation that they're going to, because one of the things I found across the board with doing people hair, they always say, he makes me happy. And I'm like, well, then he have the power to make you say, right. like that's real.
Right.
And so you come into a space where this person is designed to make you these ways.
Right.
but that you can't even do for yourself. So you have an expectation for somebody to do something you can't even do for you.
Right.
So I think that it's important that we as people know who we are.
Right.
Like
So,
literally.
Right. So Tion is saying guys think they're pickles until late mid-20s. But the question I asked Lisi's Tion is once you get old enough to know better, then what? Because some guys are still thinking this is the normal thing, this is what I've been, and they just carry on. So we talk a lot of times about, Wesley will say, well, if this guy is broke, he can't do anything for you, why are you even in the position in which you're having sex with him? That's very true. But if you went by all of those things, we'll all be celibate. We'll be abstaining. Because, I mean, what choice do you have, really? You know? So that's the kind of stuff that we talk about here. And I just think it's really tough. I'm not even a single person, but Tam is saying self-love is very important, and that's why I remain single, because I love me enough first to be mistreated. So who won't love me unconditionally? What exactly is that? What's unconditional love?
Not having a reason. Like, it's like if you love me, you'll accept me for who I am, regardless of what I've done.
Because if you got 25 bodies,
they won't love you.
They ain't even trying to date you.
I also got a question. I was question that too because you said what you did. So can you really love somebody that molested kids? Can you love that person and still be with that person unconditionally? Like, oh no, you still got that kids because you really love that person unconditionally to a point.
Well, I don't know if anybody left the kids that I would even be with. It wouldn't even be.
Well, sometimes they do it in their past and you don't find out until later. So if you've been in a relationship with this person and you come to find out, or they molest one of your kids, because I know people who have boyfriends who molest their kids and they stay with them, but I mean, hey, they love them unconditionally.
So is that unconditional then?
So it's stupidity, but go ahead.
It's
It's crime. It's facilitating the delinquency of a minor. I mean, but hey, people do it every day.
That's the only part I always question about unconditional, like where
Where's the line?
That's what I'm saying. So what is unconditional?
But you can still love somebody and not be with them.
Right.
Like you can love somebody and not be. I don't have to like you to love you. You don't, because I might not like what you do. I don't like what you say, but I love you as a person.
But a lot of people get trapped in relationships for love because of what they perceive to be love.
Right.
They don't want to lose that love.
But what is love?
Great question.
Right. Like
great
love,
question.
Because love don't pay the bills. Money pay the bills.
See, Aisha is not going to date a broke guy. A broke guy cannot sniff Aisha's butt, let alone get it. That's the truth.
I agree.
That's right.
I do. Absolutely. Yeah. It matters. I'm not like that's that we was talking about this the other night. Like I'm not marrying your potential. Because you could potentially never become the person that I think you're gonna be.
That's tough, but that's true.
I'm serious. Because how many men you know?
That is good.
They said back in the day that they said they were going to do X, Y, Z, and we come to the present day and they still not even X.
You are right.
So like, and then you marry like, girl, when he grow up, he gonna be, and he not.
Right.
And so you marry, and you marry his potential because he's so wounded. Because most men don't even go through the process to be even healed. And then they come into the relationship as well with a false expectation that one's supposed to be all these things, accept all these things from them, and they don't even want to accept it from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Ulysses, are you single?
Oh, yes, I'm single.
Okay. So you just be having situationships.
No, I don't have no situations. I stopped my situationship.
Yes, married to know themselves.
When I stopped my situationship when I found out that I ain't that type of guy.
Oh.
I can't.
Listen, y'all, Ulysses is single. Look at him over there. Nice, shiny, bald head and a big game. Right.
She is Katie.
Yeah.
Look at him, y'all. Hit him up on Instagram, Facebook. He's single. He's dating, trying to date.
I'm taking resumes.
That's what I'm talking about. Ladies having standards high. He is waiting. Look at him. One last look. All right, y'all. So Tam is saying people get trapped in relationships for likes instead of love. People get trapped in what they can do for them financially and materialistically. That's true, but Tam, that's what we are talking about. Do you marry for love or do you marry for money? Because most women do not want a broke guy.
Right.
If he can't provide for you,
Why are you with him?
financially or materialistically, I mean, then so are you going to carry him the whole entire time?
No, because you're gonna get tired of looking at him with his feet up on a coffee table
Doing nothing.
Right, and you out there working hard.
But since you had that conversation before you even decided what to do, since that conversation, but I think, but a lot of things is like, to me, I'm thinking like, okay, you meet this person, you got the number, you having this long conversation over the phone, texting the email, however you communicate, you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get to the relationship, you should already know, like, hey, he said he's going to be a doctor. So is he in medical school? Does he even have his bachelor's degree? How are he going to do this first if he ain't even been stepped on the campus? You know what I'm saying? What is he doing? Where is he in this process? Is he at? So that way you say, hey, he's potentially going to be this doctor. He's like, oh, he's actually on this road doing this. So
Right.
that's where
But what if he's on the road and he just never gets there?
Well,
I mean, because I know somebody who,
potential.
well,
exactly. I know somebody who was in a relationship for 8 years. This guy was in college the whole time. I'm like, come on, sir, graduate.
When you gonna
And I don't even think you. I don't know. I said I don't even think your credit's still good. Don't they expire? Since he lied.
Yeah, he ain't going to school every day.
But you know what? I think
For
that
8 years.
some
Exactly.
situations
Get out
are
of here.
different. Like you have some people that they go to a job 9 to 5, whatever have you. They make decent money. They provide for the family. They have good characteristics, but they probably don't have the drive. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They make okay money, but they do not have the drive. And sometimes the women are more so the breadwinners than the men. And sometimes that's hard for a man to take a woman making more money because I'm traditional, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that a man is supposed to take care of the household. That's what my father did. That's what I want a man to do. You know what I'm saying? My father is a handyman. My father came from New York with a ladder to my house so he can fix up my stuff in my house. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want a man like my daddy.
Right.
Listen, y'all, Aisha, she is also single, and she is also accepting applications. Man, you cannot be broke
Right.
and come with your A game.
And you gotta have your own place, please. I don't want nobody with any roommates or anything like that because I do not have a roommate. You know what I'm saying? Because I pay my bills myself, and I need you to know how to pay bills. I'm just saying. I'm 41 years old. Come on now. I just might know how to write a check.
Yes, right.
And contention.
Right.
Absolutely. So Tion said, I agree, kids love unconditionally, no one else.
right.
And pets.
Okay.
Yes.
Please don't know no better.
So right. Kids don't know no better. You are so right. So my uncle is saying not all men. I know, uncle. There are some men who are great. We're not putting everybody down. Right. Where they at though? That's a good question.
That's like the needle in the haystack.
No,
Because you got dig through.
we have meetings every Wednesday after Bible study. We have to review resumes and go over everything.
That's
we
what it
actually
is.
Send the brother out there. And say,
Okay.
Come on.
All right, y'all.
Come
So
on,
you're gonna show up at that Bible study.
Where is that?
Yeah,
Like, where I'm
we
trying to
can
go. I'm saying what's the address? So I can write that down. I was wrong.
I know, Miss
Because
Bishop.
like real talk, it's not like that. Like I've been in a situation being as though I'm a business owner and like I make really good money and all the attributes, nice house and stuff like that. And I've seen where that's been a problem. And not like they come straight out and say, I'm mad that you make more money than me.
What, intimidation?
Yes, I don't know what to call it because I've been out the game for a long time. And so, like,
She said lost time.
yes,
It's long time.
Right? Because my choice was to say, like I said, like, there had to be more to life than this. But I wanted to know me without all of the stuff. Right. So I wanted to get to know myself. And without the guys. I really wanted to know me. I wanted to, because I knew that I didn't love me because if I did, there were certain things that I wouldn't have been doing if I really loved me. So I stopped it because I wanted to get to know myself. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And so she said, "Oh, I'm serious though," because if women say they love themselves, but then they do things that,
Like what?
like for me,
Maybe I like being promiscuous.
was in
Maybe I like variety.
well, maybe
So
you
is that
do.
not ladylike?
I don't know.
Like,
It's
tell
like,
me, like, give me an
it,
example.
I guess it would depend on the woman. Because if you feel as though being promiscuous is what that's how you feel, then that's your thing. I
Okay.
can't speak for you in regards to that space. I know for myself there was certain I wouldn't have kept giving myself away just because for me.
Right.
I don't think that
So what
me
are some other things? Promiscuity. What are some other things?
promiscuity, valuing your time, valuing who you are, valuing the space of I know for myself, like I would put others before myself. Like there would be things in that space. Taking care of you, like yourself in the aspect of making sure that you're okay. Because a lot of times we're such nurturers that we want to make sure everybody else is good. And that's what we do. And then we resent what we do because then we woke up one day and we got to take care of us. So then by that time we won't have time.
Exactly. So Michael Graves is one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. So he is saying there are instances where no matter how good of a provider, lover, and always compromising you are, it's still never enough. And a lot of times that's where you end up in these marriages.
Wow.
And, you know, it's unfortunate. So he said that he's one of those men. Tion is saying women always want to use that argument. It's not 1930. Is she going to give me sex at drop of a dime? Why is it a job when she stay home with the kids? He do it. It's girl, you dumb, like y'all can't have it both ways. Well, I'm not saying that's a viable argument, right? But Tion, we're talking about because in this day and age, you most likely need two incomes coming in, right?
Exactly.
So we're in a relationship, most likely for us to have a good quality of life, both of us have to work, right? So my whole thing is even if he is if he sat home, I expect my house clean, my kids' homework to be done, dinner made, yes, my bath water running, laundry done. He should be an indentured servant.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. I shouldn't have to come home and lift a finger. I'm working.
That's 1920 right there.
But then on the opposite side, the men would do that and expect the same thing she just said.
Yes. Yes, for housewives, that's what they
So that's
expected.
the double standard.
Right, and then they want to, exactly.
Well, a man's man.
See y'all. You about to have me treat him like I do Wesley.
A man's man shouldn't be sitting at home all day.
Thank you.
So
You're right.
I grew up in, I said a lot of the men that in my family are traditional men. So when they at home, I guarantee you, I have an uncle that lives on the Eastern Shore. This man does not sit down all day. So I learned from him and from my father. Like if I'm at home all day, I'm gonna go do some yard work over here, and I'm gonna go over here and go tinkle with this laundry machine that's been cricket all day, all week. I'm gonna do that. There's always something to do with the house.
Right.
Right, but you have some men who aren't mechanically inclined at all, so they can't fix
And
them.
they'll
So I gotta
I
keep
blame-
paying for a handyman.
I blame his father and I blame the men that are around him because I know how to do stuff. And if I don't, and especially in this day and age, really, I'll put this out there. If you're a grown man and you don't know how to pick up a wrench or a screwdriver, and you have access to YouTube,
Right.
You is straight idiot, and you need to go back home to your mother and your father and get retrained.
Okay, Lucy.
Because there's before I left my father's house, I knew 4 things I knew I had to do. I knew how to know what a tool was, like I knew how to change the tire of a car.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to fix a pipe in the house, and I need to know how to write a check.
See?
Find a job.
Write a check. Pay bills.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always feel that that when you get in a situation, sometimes I'll be like, women have to really define what you mean provide. Because provide, if you want me to make 100K a year, honey, that if you just want me to write the check, then I'll just write the check. I mean, 100K a year, and you can go out and you can do what you want to do. That's providing, and you won't have you won't have a problem. Because that's a problem waiting. Because now if I'm like, what happens if I get injured? That's what happened with men in the Civil War. Is when they got hurt and they were disabled, and they were not getting a check. They felt less than a man, and so then the woman had to do all the work. They still felt less than a man. You know what I'm saying? You go through down where men feel like, oh, like the young black man unemployment is high for us. It's very high. So you got these young men out here saying, oh, we need to go get the money. So what that means? Oh, shoot, let me go get this dime bag. I know such and such. Let me go do this. Let me go flip some money to go get this money. Now I'm in the system.
Or they womanize and like, let me go find the biggest girl on the block and she want to take care of me.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
So
big girls know your worth.
So like, can I ask you a question? So what about the stage when a man that can provide and do got a lot of money, but then most times I've seen that men that do have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of time.
That's very true. So they're cheating you out of, other quality of life. But sometimes you overcompensate in those relationships with other things like shopping. Exactly. So, so Tion is trying to start an argument. I was trying to be good. So Tion is going to say, and y'all, meaning women. So he's saying y'all cheat more, y'all just don't get caught.
Because we're smarter.
Exactly. Duh. Girl power.
Men got that stuff.
Exactly. Y'all be messing up the routines, doing different stuff.
Yeah. People like,
easily catch you.
Yes.
So Michael was saying it boils down to both people knowing their worth and cultivating each other. And I really can appreciate that.
Yes.
Because again, it doesn't only go for women not knowing who they are. That also pertains to the men.
Right.
And a lot of times people say that women are hurt, women are this, and women are that. Men are just as hurt as the women are. Not only that,
I would say more.
yes. Not only that, they are cheated out of opportunities to be great men, great people, and stuff like that. So, I just think as a community, when we're raising children and we have the opportunity to speak to others, I think we need to use our time, our communication wisely so that we can try to change things around because, our young children are going to get out there and they're going to be dating. Again, we just really have to know who we are. And I think that's a big part in what we're missing in these relationships. So Tam is saying, so what happens when you got it all together, own place, own car, good paying job, paying your bills, raising your kids, you are promiscuous, you like to have a good time, etc. And guys you thought were good guys look at you only in a sexual way. What do you do?
Well, you gotta
walk on by.
Check the energy you putting out.
Tam said, check the energy you putting out, Tam. I know you gonna have a swift comeback for you, Lisa. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next comment. I'm waiting for it, Tam. So,
putting out. They say, but they do say you attract who you are. You ever heard that?
And that's all boils down to the conversations you're having too. So that's part of the energy you have. If you said I got all this, blah blah blah, I'm seeing independent, and the man comes across and like, hey,
come on, Tam, you gotta get him. Don't say.
Only thing you can do for me is open the legs and and that's what you're gonna get.
Oh man. So one of the most recent dating tactics is DICK fishing.
What?
Yeah. So just like catfishing, hat fishing, now you got dick fishing. You show this big old penis that you want to attract all of the women. You collecting coochie pics, you doing all of this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's new.
Come on, man. Y'all got to get.
He did it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's the whole real?
Yes.
Oh, and so you show your big penis, that make me like want.
I need to see your face.
Okay.
See y'all, Aisha is shallow. You can't be ugly and you can't be blue. She's shallow, y'all.
Honestly, attracted to you some type of way.
Well,
Oh man.
well,
I can't believe they do
yeah, they probably do because people, men do what works for them. So if it happens, if I showed this one girl my penis and she liked it and we on and popping, I'm probably going to do it again because it works. People do what works. Come on, women do it too. It works. I'm gonna keep on.
Look
I'm gonna run.
at Mr. Monica. She cracking up. See, she'll want me at the supper.
I do want
That's
you
what
at the
I'm talking about.
I do want you.
So Michael is saying, sort of disagree with the statement about men being an idiot if they don't know how to use a tool. Some men just might not like to do this type of work. I don't like to do none of that, but if I have to, I will, but I would rather pay to have it done. Bottom line is as long as it gets done, just my thoughts. And I agree because again, everybody doesn't have those skills. I think a lot of times I wish I could play like the piano and do like instruments and stuff because I really love the arts and stuff. But that wasn't the gift that was given to me. So I just had to appreciate it when other people were doing it. But I mean, so everybody comes with their gift. Like she's playing, what did you say? Mathematically what? Yeah, mathematically inclined. Listen, Jesus forgot that. For me. He left me out.
Yeah, he left me out of that equation too.
Exactly. So I mean, hey, I don't give me any math beyond multiplication and division. So Tam,
She's back.
yeah, she said, I don't put out bad energy. I've heard that, but I'm not a promiscuous person. So y'all, let me ask y'all something, right?
Promiscuous to put out that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Or sexual.
Right. It doesn't have to be that.
So speaking of sexual energy, because I was talking about sex appeal and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So even when a person is not intentionally being sexual or whatever, that sexual energy is just like super hot.
So what's sexual energy?
Like, I don't, what's sexual energy? Like,
I think
that's sex appeal, things
like,
that people are attracted to.
Exactly.
And right, so I'm just sitting in a room, I'm laughing and joking with you, like, oh, she likes me. No, I don't. Right. No, I don't. My sex appeal high just because that's who I am or whatever. Right. But I think it's a lot of times. It's what?
Body language.
Body language. The baby, because
you read it wrong.
Yeah, because, and some people.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
Some people are just blind to body language. Some people just can't read it all. So some people
slow.
Some are slow.
Okay.
Or they may think that because you're talking to them that you like
right.
Sam, I'm trying to help you out, Sam. I'm doing what I can, baby.
Because it could be the variations because somebody could think that because nobody talks to them, they think now since you're talking to them that you're interested. Right. You paying them attention. Right. And they don't get it. So they think that she gotta like me.
I get it, but
And then there's the other spectrum where there's people out there that think everybody wants.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Just walk your body
yourself, God. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
how can she not like me? Right.
And then there's the hunt. Now we need the hunt. Now I gotta figure out why.
So is there such thing as a huntress?
It probably is. There's some cheaters out there. That's why they Google.
See, I'm really trying to say this. He just keep trying to walk right into the trash. All right, so Tion is saying, y'all the one with the house, good car, job most of the time. Right, Tion, that's what we're saying. It shouldn't be that women are those breadwinners and stuff like that. Men should be coming to the table with something to offer. Right. So that's what we're saying.
That's the issue, yeah.
So what do we not be? What do we not do those things and not be those women just because of the fact that so we won't be in that position? Exactly. Because we provide the lives that we want to live because then we don't have that significant person to do those things with us. So you do it for yourself. Right. And then prayerfully you connect with a person that can match your fly.
And you give me more money to shop.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
You pay the bills. So
I match my fly. Like,
absolutely. I buy one skirt, you buy three.
She mean that too.
I know.
Absolutely. So Tion is saying all the guy has is a bag of full of clothes, shoes, and a PS4. You are so right. Tion, and that man will be single.
Yeah.
With his trash.
Oh no, he might not be. He might be just with a different type of female. Because I've seen females that date guys just like that with a bag of shoes, clothes,
Right,
and, and a PS4.
Yeah. So, but what if that's all you feel like you can get?
Yeah.
Like you know, and another thing, do women shoot their shot?
Women do shoot their shots.
They do.
They be out there.
You be turning them down.
He said block it. I don't shoot my shot. I think a man still.
My man said he be blocking it. Huh?
I said I still feel like a man should approach a woman. I'm not
Miss
approaching
Young
a
said
man.
Miss Aisha is off the hook. Yes, she is. So not only
She running this your resume. You know she racking up your resume. I want you to know that.
not only is she not dating a broke man, not only do your face got to look good. Now she talking about you gotta talk to her because that's your role as a man. Listen, eesh.
But this, so then what about that thing about being approachable?
Oh yeah.
Because I've heard that, like, do you think you're approachable? And so that has been a thing that I went back and forth with on some of my homegirls with. Because, you know, some guys could say, oh, you look mean because you ain't smiling, all of that type of
I
stuff.
hate when people say that.
But you know the funny part about it, I really had to really dissect that and think about it, like, if you're not approachable. And so you be out with your homegirls, and you know, it's always that one friend that everybody try to get with, right?
Right.
And so it's like it's one of those, and then you think because you're not being approached that something's wrong with you.
Right.
So then it took me some time to where I thought about I don't want every nigga thinking they can approach me.
Right.
Don't
What
come
made
to
you even
like
think you could get with me in the
exactly.
first place?
So when I thought about that, I'm like, at first it made me feel some kind of way, like, oh, I'm not approachable. But then I'm like, that's just like on a car dealership lot. Like everybody go need something, but everybody can't go to the Bentley lot. So that's when it comes into where the spectrum of knowing, sure the Lord, yes, oh, yes, man. So but the thing is like us knowing that word. So that goes for that woman that she'll settle for the dude with the bag of clothes and some shoes with a PS4 because she might think that's all. I don't know. I wish she didn't think like that. But if she do, what could we do?
She making it bad for other single women like I
Yeah.
is making it bad.
What you say?
It's really that she can be one man.
Because but then I've seen some women are like they give into that space because he got his sex is good, so it's okay. So I've seen that too.
Well,
I really don't know. I only can speak for me. Like I can't say.
That sex gonna be over in 5-10 minutes. And then without.
But women do that.
You cannot buy me skirts. That's sex.
Well, I tell you this,
And definitely not doing it, right?
Exactly.
Right.
well, like a pimp told me, every woman's approachable. If I could talk to you and knock on, if I
That sweet has been reincarnated to come back and look like a Ulysses. Help me.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead. A pimp once told you what, Ulysses?
every woman's approachable. Every woman. If you got breasts, nice on the booty, every man, if he wants something, he's gonna approach you. If he wants to, he's
If
not.
I feel like I had sex sells.
It does. That's why they put it on.
Right, but you can approach me and then don't try to punch me in my mouth when I say, what makes you think you can pull a girl like me?
That means he doesn't have enough top game. Come on, it's a conversation. Because before I get to them, we have to have a conversation.
Let me get in the dating field. Let me get out here in the field a little bit.
But that's what happens.
There ain't nothing out here.
We're gonna be blocking shots, slapping them down,
That's
dunking,
hey, somebody out there
teabagging.
shooting.
It ain't happening.
Somebody out there shooting shots and making them. That's what I'm saying. It's just a conversation. If I approach you, you say hi, we start conversating. It only takes 5 minutes to get your phone number. We can do this later, right? Is this a combination of words, the right combination of words, and you type and do this?
Well, if you agree, like, how many times you gave your phone about?
I don't know.
This month.
This month now.
Okay. So what can a guy say to you within 5 minutes that you like, ooh, yeah,
No,
give me my phone number.
I can't say what he could say, but what he was saying in regards to it only take 5 minutes to get your number. Yeah, because there's some. Matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I was somewhere at the mall, and so I'm on my phone. A guy walked past, and he was like, "You look familiar." So in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, because I do so many different speaking gigs." I'm like, I get that all the time, so I come on my phone. So he say to me, he was like, is your phone on? He said, is you trying to call me? Because my phone on vibrate and I want to make sure. Like,
Oh my goodness,
I'm serious, right?
They still doing a game like that.
I swear, like this is real.
And
So I thought it was so funny, right? I said, oh, that was good. But I ain't give him my number. But when he's saying that in the 5 minute
let me
range,
tell you something, Minister Monica. Let me
yes,
tell you something.
sure.
You come up to me and you talking your game and all of that kind of stuff. If you get my number in 5 minutes, it's most likely my best friend. It ain't mine. I'm gonna give you a number. It ain't mine. No, I just cannot think of in 5 minutes. I don't know.
You got skirts in 5 minutes. It's such a
I can tell you, it's the conversation.
It
depends
depends,
on
yeah.
the
The vibe, the
person,
energy, all of that. Yeah.
Right, because I know, so I'm not blind to what's happening. I know that women know if they gonna give it up
Yeah.
within the first 5 minutes. So I know that. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but there's some work that needs to happen.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so you getting a phone number in 5 minutes, okay? But it's still some
other stuff you gotta.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding,
right? You negotiating after that.
You know what? Oh my goodness, and listen. Oh, he is killing me. He's talking about is negotiating after the phone number. Let me go to a comment. Sam is saying, but if you truly don't put out that energy, how is that your fault for those type of guys that come at you? Tam, your sex appeal is just high, baby. You just got to embrace that. Tam look like Cheryl Underwood, y'all, but in a pretty young version.
Oh, well, then boom. There you go.
He's saying they can't resist, Tam. That's what he's saying.
So after that, just the conversation you're having, the conversation. Like everybody say, well, communication is key. Communication is definitely key. That's how you get the number. That's how you get the first date. That's how you get to the bedroom. That's how you get to baby mama. That's the conversation. All we do is all the way down to that. It's simple. Hey, how you doing? Boom, boom, boom. I do this, such and such. That's just like a resume, right? It's like you do a job. The job, they look at the resume like, ooh, you're pretty good. I like this. Ooh, they did this. Let's get this. Okay, how you doing? All right, then next thing you know, we in the next phase. So like she didn't question it. Really, at the end of the day, the only thing she has to know is like, I'm an attractive female. So therefore, I have to own my attractiveness, and therefore I have to know that some man is going to approach me. Because you know you're attractive when you walk in the store, you can got your little what they call it bonnet on, and you saying, I'm running in here real quick to go get this, and you got some brother
from the house.
Hey, how you doing? So you already know you're attractive. So you didn't do nothing. You like, hey, I just can't even get this. So you already know you're attractive. So therefore, there's nothing more. You can say hi, bye, you can begin and keep it moving, or you can entertain the next 4 minutes and give your number up, and you can go to the next phase.
The next 4 minutes.
This is what we do. So that's what we do. So now the only thing she can really control is the conversation she's having with these men. And so the conversation that you have with these men, hey, if you starting off talking about sex and your sex game, he's going to come to you about your sex and your sex game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing to talk about. Because once we get there, it's show and tell. I mean, what are we talking about?
But yeah, that's true too. But
right, that's why I understand why you get fishing people.
Oh, well, I told you this that work because whoever's doing it, it worked for them. And so I'm gonna go like this.
I had somebody send me theirs in my inbox on Facebook.
Yeah, they always do. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they really did that.
It's just like fishing. Hey, I go to the same spot every time. If I throw my worm out there and I get me a fish, I'm going straight back to where I got my fish from. It works. I'm not reinventing the wheel. It works.
I don't even know who works, you or Wesley. It's
What
really,
Wesley said.
oh man. You got
Wesley
to
said a
come.
lot.
Yes, you got to come here when he is here. He can only speak for himself. Good looking him look. But Tam is saying, so she said that people say that she has a resting bitch face and she's unapproachable too.
Mhm.
But a lot of times they even use that as their talking point.
Mhm.
Oh, shorty, why you look so mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your face.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So my uncle is saying that men should be the one who's pursuing others, right?
Thank you.
Right.
I think so.
My uncle is old though.
It doesn't
So
matter.
I have a question. My uncle is old, but if a woman is seeing a guy, she's really attracted to him, she's interested in getting to know him, why can't she shoot her shot?
She can go ahead. Every woman has. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, that's what she want to do.
So
I'm
you
not
want,
doing it.
so you gonna let a guy who you like just pass
Because
on
I don't
by?
want no rejection. That's right. Go, walk on by. If it's meant to be.
You just let your soulmate walk by 10 times.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a shame.
Yep.
She's from New York too. So.
Yeah.
New Yorkers are hard-headed anyway. They
So what do you think, Elise, about women shooting headshots?
it's good if they want to. They shows you that they motivate, they like what they want. So now, it just makes it took my 5 minute conversation to 3.
But wait, there's more.
Right.
Exactly. So Michael is saying, what's wrong if any man approaching a woman if he finds you attractive? You have the option to say yeah or no. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So Ms. Young is saying, I'm naturally a full observer. It's not that easy with me. Right. Right, because those fast talking people, that's how you be buying them cars at tax time and they be blowing up on you before the summer comes. Same thing. So Tam is saying, but guys have gotten smarter and will call your phone on the spot. And I would say, oh, it's on vibrate. That's why it's not.
But they want to make. They want to
I got
see. They want to see. They be putting.
And I would say, stop being nosy. I look in your phone.
Or, I mean, if you a really calm women or calm folk, what you can do, some women, you should always have 2 numbers. You should have your regular phone number, a Google Voice number, and an app that has your number. So that way you can always.
I have my phone number, my best friend's number, and what's the third one I need?
There's an app where you can
block your number,
where you actually send a number out, and then it's a fake number. And when they call that number, it might ring your phone, but you be like, okay, I have it. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I mean, if you're that nice.
You gotta tell me the app offline. I don't want people being in our business.
Right. Or, you know, you can, and then, you know, if you have a Google account, you always have a Google number. And that's just, that code.
Okay, get your Google number, everybody. Get your Google number.
And that's free. That goes to your email. And so then you can, and then there you go. I mean, if you're such a nice woman, you don't give your number out without no real effort, then there you go. Then you got options. You ain't gotta give your number out. You got options because you know because everybody acting crazy because you know you can give your number out. Men go through it too. Women, you give your number out and the person keeps calling you. You be like, man, why is this on my number? Why is this person talking to me today?
But women are afraid to reject a guy in person because in a lot of neighborhoods, men are hurting women for doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's why you.
So listen, ladies, to avoid being hurt, get a Google Voice number. Boom. There you go. So Michael was saying, it's okay to say that I'm not interested, but being rude or feeling he is beneath you is. I agree with that. Right? It's always a nicer way to, reject somebody.
Right. Or not even just say, not even necessary just to reject him. It's just not, I'm not interested. Like, is this
me?
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like, I swear I've said it. Like, no, thank you. Not interested. And I've seen him get mad.
See, now, Ulysses got my uncle acting up. My uncle usually don't be doing all this. So now he's saying, women are very aggressive today, but I'm old school. Flattering, yes, but can be a turn off.
Right.
Right. And she want what she want, just like you wanted what you wanted, and you went up to her because a pimp told you, you can get anything, and it only takes 5 minutes. I want my 5 minutes. Let me see what I can get. I'm throwing my fishing rod out in the same spot because I'm catching the fish.
There you go. But hey, sometimes fishes ain't biting. You gotta go to the next spot. Move the ball along.
So Tammy said, yes, I know I'm attractive, but it gets annoying when it's the same thing. I like your lips, nice boob, etc. Y'all really go on Tam Banks' page. She does have some nice lips, and then they be all shiny and stuff like that. I ain't look at her boobs, but I'm gonna look at them later. I gotta check you out, Tam. Let's see what you talking about. Shut up, Latia. So she said, Tam is still saying, now I shot my shot before and got shot down because he said, Tam, we cool. I like you just as a friend. Now, and that's what I'm talking about. If you see a lot of qualities in somebody, you've got to know them because this is somebody she knows, not like a random person. So she's seen all of those great attributes, things that she would want or whatever, crossing those lines into friendships. What do y'all think about that? Because we talked about communication and getting to know people, getting to know yourself and all of that kind of stuff. Whatever you talked about at this time?
Yes.
Okay, Tam, you got to go. You got to join me and my uncle because you going.
Neeuq gonna be there. She gonna be on the platform.
Yes, we going. So what do you think about that?
I really don't know what to think, only because I've been in that space. Like I had that situation. I had somebody that over time, like it became like, and it could fix everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And had money, and was nice conversation, and I could be me, like comfortable. And I mean, he was singing with no edge, with my hand out there, no edges, sis. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was cool. And so then it seemed it's like, and we would always talk about our old relationships, things like that, talk on the phone a lot, all of those things. Mm-hmm. And so then to even say like I knew that it was one of those things like let me I guess shoot my shot in the space of let them know how I felt, which was big for me because I've never done that. Mm-hmm. But before I was like her, like yeah, just for the guy I like, I made sure he approached me. Like this thing I did, you know what I'm saying? But like when I evolved as a different person, because I think sometimes being so laid back, it'll almost be like somebody might think that you're not in this space, or. So I put myself out there. So I owned it. Like I was interested. And it was where I guess I was rejected, but they said they're not ready to work on themselves.
Well, that's humble, because he could have just played with you. But this is my thing. You always say, "Oh, you should marry your friend," or you should marry your mate should be your best friend or whatever. So how do we get to that point? Because if I like my best friend and they be like, "Oh, we don't want to mess up the friendship, we don't want to go there," so do I meet somebody and then we become best friends? I mean, y'all confused.
I think that it's both. I guess the only thing I can say is because if this your best friend and y'all cool or y'all just friends and you're interested and he not, then he just not. Mm-hmm. But then to where when there's two mutual people they like each other, blah blah blah, right? Then you build the friendship, right? They grow together. That you already know, but you already know that you're interested in each other. I think having somebody that's your friend and then it evolve where you start to like them, like you all wasn't that in the beginning. Right. So I think that with somebody that you're interested in, over time, it becomes like you already know that we're interested in each other as we building that friendship. Mm-hmm.
But I think in a lot of situations, if we agree that we're just going to be sex partners today, but then we have a lot of great sex, and then we develop feelings. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, we agreed that we'd be sex partners. Mm-hmm. Now we really like each other because we've developed feelings. Mm-hmm. I mean, so what's really the difference?
I think of it this way. Before we even had the conversation about being just sexual friends, somebody had very attraction about being with that person in the first place. Because I just feel like you don't just see a person like, oh yeah, all I want to do is just have sex with them, and that's all the thing you want to do for the rest of the time I know them. I really think at some point in time somebody goes, right, I actually like this person.
Right, but you can do that with your friend because, I have cute guy friends, cute guys that's my friend, but there's a reason why you don't go there, but it doesn't mean that the attraction never existed.
Right, but
And a lot of times people feel like, oh, I'm not going to approach my friend. I really like her, but I'm not going to say anything.
I don't want to mess up the
I
friendship.
don't, right.
So how do you break that ice then? How do you break the mold? It's like, because then once you said that you like them and then you can't retract.
How long is the summit again? What time is it from?
6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Oh, that ain't enough time, Neeuq.
You don't think so?
No.
There's gonna be more though.
Oh, more summits.
Yeah, there's gonna
Oh,
be more
yes,
summits.
yes.
Oh, good. 'Cause I'm going to come to all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We need to talk about it.
Yeah, more summits. There's gonna be definitely more summits. They can always go to Moments with Both page and you know.
He's our publicist, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what Ulysses'
Yeah.
job is. You know, he just got drugged into the conversation. He's like the manager, the publicist, you know, the media
All
guy.
that, yeah.
Right, so that's his real job. But, yeah, so I like how you split that in.
He did.
Yes, he did. He split that in there.
That was good.
Right. So, Ms. Young is saying they're basically just losing all of their chivalry. They just hitting you up through Facebook and Instagram. Ms. Gordon is saying, you know, when they approach you, they're not interested, you just keep it moving. My uncle is saying they're not men if they get mad at your rejection.
Definitely not gentlemen.
Right. I agree. So Tion is saying it's okay to say no because we're grown. Tan is saying, yeah, she's going to have to come to the show, to the summit. So men tend to be physical beings by nature, but what comes after the physical attraction? That's a really good question.
Well, first of all, I don't think I came out of my mother's womb thinking that I only like things physical. You know what I'm saying? No. So man by nature, we're not just physical. We're taught to be physical. We're taught to. That's social. That's social. But what everybody wants is human beings. We all want somebody to connect to mentally. So if all you do is giving me milk, and I'm like, well, shoot, I don't like the milk, but I like what you're giving me. That's where I'm gonna act. But if you can reach a man mentally, and you can have a full conversation, you can have him talk about things that he don't talk about as friends. You got him, because trust me, because with men, like one of my homeboys, when I knew he met his wife. And we sitting there talking, and she said, "Remember that thing you told me about yesterday?" And you looked at her like, "What about him? I was like, "Wait a minute, you've been my friend for 10 years. You just met her 2 years ago." You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. I said, "Oh, so she got him mentally," and that's where it goes. So that's why I said that communication is the key. Most men are not very good communicators, but if you get in a situation with a man and you start getting things out of him, you start making him do better for himself, you start pushing him in the direction that he didn't think he can do, then you have him. That's where it goes. You have to. So with women is you can't be his mother. You can't nag him. We already got mothers. They nag us enough. But what you can do is you can technically, if you think of a man like a clay, and you think of him like clay, you say, okay, I see where he needs to be. I see where I can shave this off a little bit, make him a little bit better. You know, simple things make a man be like, oh, he really like me. Like, you know, like my mother sometimes buy my clothes.
Provided that clay is not hard and bold.
Right.
And can't be molded.
But you can put water on it and
You could, but it could get
But
hard.
once it dries, it's dry.
Exactly.
well, then, hey,
So,
break the mold.
Michael, to expound on his last comment, he said, what do we have in common after the physical things? Can we converse, cuddle without having sex, have a picnic in a park?
I think it's more on the first.
Right. Will you appreciate me running your bathwater and fixing dinner when you come in from work?
Yes. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of women will definitely appreciate that, without a doubt. But not to be too graphic, Uncle, but I don't want to cuddle and spoon and we not having sex because you're teasing me. So no, I can't cuddle and not have sex. We can cuddle after we have sex. Next comment. Eesh. So Ms. Young is saying, tell your uncle it's a new breed out here. Boys and men these days are a lot worse at taking rejection compared to back in the day. Back in the day, the most that happened was a bottle or rock was thrown at you when you were called a bitch. Nowadays, they're shooting you in your head. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's deep.
I mean, rejection is serious. Like, I'd be scared, so I just give him Shonda's phone number.
Oh,
Oh, no, I got number for you.
yeah.
Call me later.
I mean, that's deep. Yeah, I'm a little befuddled because I don't know. I've been rejected a lot of times, so I be like, at the point I was like, all right, it's cool, move on. I mean, that's just the way I've been raised.
Right.
Like, if a person say no, move on. Because, like y'all just said, it's like 10 women to every man. Shoot, I'm getting, and I know 3 gay brothers too, so that's 30 for me. I'm out here. It's a good.
You winning with it.
I'm winning with it. I'm getting this shit, I'm getting this shit.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
So I don't know where these other brothers are when you get rejection happens. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I be thinking like rejection's going to happen. If it's a woman, if it's a job, if it's whatever, rejection's going to happen. You leave your mother at home. You get rejected from your mother sometimes. You like, Mom, can I come home? No, you can't come home. What you doing here?
Rejection is rejection.
Rejection is life.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, so I'm like, you get rejected, you get rejected. I mean, move on, brother. You know, go cry. Do something else.
Right, go.
Get a hobby.
Yes,
I think a lot of
next time
brothers
when
do
you
get
come
hobbies.
along.
They need
Yeah, I agree.
I think they need healing.
to
I think brothers need healing. They admit they need healing. Because I think that rejection is rejection. Regardless if it's from somebody else, regardless if you get turned down for the loan. It's that feeling.
Right.
So it seemed like if somebody had the audacity to just shoot somebody in the head because they've been rejected, that means they have been rejected all their life or something. For them to get to the mental capacity to just shoot you because you rejected them. But knowing what rejection feels like, if like I just think rejection is rejection no matter where it comes from. I remember going to a restaurant and I asked for crab cake tacos and they didn't have them. They said we don't make them no more. I was really hurt. I was really hurt. And I didn't stay. I left because I know what I wanted.
All right now.
Right. So I just think rejection is rejection,
Right.
regardless of where it comes from.
Right.
Like it hurt.
So you can't be broke and you gotta look like something for Aisha. Listen, Monika not even staying around, she's sleeping. She's out of
She
there.
knows what she wants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She knows what you want. If you ain't it, she's out of there. I can do it. So, y'all listen. So Monika was so afraid to even come on. She didn't know how this was going to go, so it was all unexpected. I told her I don't even write anything down. When I first started, listen, I had production notes that was like 6 pages. I went verbatim. After a few shows, it's like, listen, let this flow. You talk too much to even have to write anything down. So I'm so happy to tell you, like, we got one more clip and your interview is over, just like that. So you made it. We had a lot of fun, a lot of talking. Yeah. So tell people who you are, where they can find you, what's coming up, what they need to get their tickets to, and where they can get them from.
All right. Well, I'm Monika Willis. You can find me on Instagram at Monika L. Willis. You also can find me on Facebook, Monika Willis. And you can also find me on Facebook as well under Moments with Mo. And to register for the summit, you can go to momentswithmo.org. And that's where the registration is. You can register through that platform. Or you can even call 470-632-3890. And
say that again.
470-632-3890.
All right, y'all. That's that movie voice number. But go ahead. Right. Exactly.
What area code is that?
Exactly. Okay, so y'all. So make sure y'all get those tickets, man. I'm gonna go. My uncle's gonna go. We got Tam going. Aisha's going, Wesley's going, the whole team gonna be there.
When is that? April 12th? May the 11th.
May 11th.
Yes. Okay. May the 11th.
Yes, put it in your calendar. We're gonna be in there acting up. Ms. Young, you might as well come along with us. Don't want to leave you out. So make sure you're getting your tickets to Kiki Wire. It's going to be on April the 6th. Make sure you get those tickets. I hope to see you there. WMSK online radio will be covering that. Listen, go get y'all tickets for this lady summit so y'all can meet me there and we can act up together. In the meantime, make sure you're checking us out every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. We talk all things relationships with Minister Monika.
All right.
Yes. And she had a little sidekick Ulysses in here. Being another Wesley. I was working on the show. He was really trying to press my buttons. But make sure you're following the show, Open Wide Radio Show on Facebook and Instagram. It's Moments with Mo.
Moments.org. Yep.
Yeah, Tam. That's it. So make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, Open Wide Radio Show. Make sure you're checking out my website, www.oneandoneprograms.org. We have your CPR training, your BLS training. We have life enrichment skills. Oh, I got you. Life enrichment training for the young kids 12 to 19. Our goal is to prevent teenage pregnancy and promote intergenerational parenting. A lot of times adults can't even co-parent effectively. That's basically the quick and dirty of what intergenerational parenting is. So we want to make sure they have those skills so that they can grow up and love themselves, embrace their sexuality no matter what it is, and have healthy relationships. We try to prevent things like domestic violence because that's high. We try to address mental health issues and needs. We try to refer them to different services that they may have. Done by Neeuq, check that out, Done by Neeuq. Basically, that's my for-profit organization where we have event coordination. We do a whole bunch of stuff. The radio show falls under that. Look out for the book, Led for Those Who Suffer Among Us. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. I actually have some good news in reference to that. I spoke to somebody in this collaboration that I am in, and he's actually going to turn my book into a stage play.
Wow.
Super duper excited about
That's
that.
okay. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's a big deal.
Yes. So I'm gonna just be sitting there like, wow, that's my life.
Yeah.
So I can't wait, to see that and everything happening and stuff like that. But in the meantime, let's be honest. Learn to know who you are. Know yourself before you try to entertain other people. Relationships, I mean, that's something that we can talk about all night. All night.
That's true.
All day. I mean, I'm just waiting for us to be able to get it right. But we're all people. We're humans first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's going to be it for us tonight. So enjoy your evening. We'll see you here next week, same time, same place, 7 to 9 p.m. WMSK Online Radio, the home of the Cheryl Underwood Morning Show. This is Open Wide with Neeuq, and I'll see you next week.
All right. So I'm calling you on. That's the Neek, you coming to the summit, you gonna be on the platform?
I'll be there.
I would love for you to be on the platform.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. That would be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Because one of the things that the reason why it's broad, like you have different people talk about different things, because those are things that need to be addressed within ourselves. Mm-hmm. Because we look to go into relationships where we don't address all of this stuff. You know what I mean?
We don't communicate.
Not at all.
Yeah, no, like expectations lead to disappointment.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yes. And most people, like, they really don't know themselves. Like, they really don't. And don't even take the time to